That was the Swallow Polka by the Clown Prince of Polkas. Hi, I'm Frank Knight, welcoming you to a delightful half hour of Polish music featuring original compositions by the Clown Prince of Polkas. Ladies and gentlemen, Walt Solek.
Thank you, Frank Knight. Thank you. It's nice to be here, and we're going to give you some good music. We're going to make that blood of yours boil backwards in your system. We're going to play a little tune now that we recorded many, many years ago. It's called Who Stole the Kiszka? Franek?
Now someone stole my kiszka, someone stole a kiszka, someone stole a kiszka from my butcher shop. Who stole the kiszka? Who stole the kiszka? Who stole the kiszka? Someone call the cop. Now round and firm and fully packed, it was hanging on a rack. Someone took my kiszka when I turned my back. Who stole the kiszka? Who stole my kiszka? Who's got the kiszka? Won't you bring it back? Now you can take my kiszka, take my big kielbasa, take my studzielina, but bring me back my kiszka. Who stole the kiszka? Who stole the kiszka? Who stole my kiszka? Someone call a cop. Now Yashu found the kiszka, Johnny found the kiszka, Yashu found the kiszka, and he brought it back. He had the kiszka, he found the kiszka, Yashu found the kiszka, and he brought it back. Hey!
Oh, that's such a great number. As a matter of fact, so many bands have recorded that particular number because it proved to be such a big hit. For the Clown Prince of Polkas. He wrote it, and as a matter of fact, it was suggested by his mother, who sent him to the butcher store one day to buy a kiszka, which is a blood sausage, for those of you who are not familiar with it. And when he went to the store and he looked around on the hook where the kiszkas usually hang, there wasn't any, and so he asked his mother, who stole the kiszka? That was the inspiration for that big song, which so many bands have recorded. Here's another original Walt Solek selection called The Sweet Lips Polka.
Dedicate this to all the sweet girls out there with the sweet lips. 1, 2.
was some fancy accordion playing there by Henry Will. Very well done indeed. Back in the 50s, Walt Solek recorded for RCA Victor. This was a very big record label, and this is one of the selections that he had on that major label in the recording industry. Ladies and gentlemen, the Clown Prince of Polkas, Walt Solek, and his original selection and his vocal too, Under the Stars Polka.
Koło miasta, koło Lwowa, koło miasta, koło Lwowa, zajaśniała gwiazda nowa, zajaśniała gwiazda nowa, zajaśniała i zabłysła, zajaśniała i zabłysła, a tam kawaler panę ściska, tam kawaler panę ściska. Ściska, ściska i całuje, ściska, ściska i całuje. I tam się żenic obiecuje, i się żenic obiecuje. Czarne oczka, co płaczecie, czarne oczka, co płaczecie, a wy mojemi nie będziecie, wy mojemi nie będziecie.
You know, the next time you go to a wedding or to a picnic or to a christening or wherever there is polka music, chances are you'll hear this particular composition. And when you do, keep this man's face in mind, because Walt Solek is the one who wrote this now Polish classic, the Green Parrot Polka.
Malutka papuga. I had my parrot with me, but it's the mating season now, and the parrot wanted to stay home. So we'll play it without the green papuga. 1, 2. I have a little green parrot. Your fortune he'll tell for a dime. Moja malutka papuga will bring you good luck every time. Wajdana, malutka papuga. Wajdana, malutka papuga. Wajdana, malutka papuga. Wajdana, malutka papuga. All to join in. Say he is such a wise little fellow. Now he sits on his perch every day. You will find him down on the corner. Oh, bring him your worries today. Everybody, wajdana, malutka papuga. Wajdana, malutka papuga. Wajdana, malutka papuga. Wajdana, malutka papuga.
Oh, that was just great. One of the classics by the Clown Prince of Polka's Walt Solek from Meriden, Connecticut. As a matter of fact, his talents have been recognized by the Polka Hall of Fame, and they elected him into that Hall of Fame in the year 1974, and very well deserved too, Walter. Here's another original composition by the Clown Prince of Polkas, the Hocus Pocus Polka.
We go out and play Hocus Pocus. That's a card game we used to play. We call it Hocus Pocus. Here it is, follow. 1, 2.
You know, Walt Solek and I have been to Poland. Walt has been there, well, let's find out how many times. I just returned from Poland with a very good friend of yours. Walt, would you come over here?
Oh, yes.
And a member of the Polka Hall of Fame, too, Gene Wisniewski.
That's right, our good friend Gene.
Now, you were over in Poland 2 years ago with Jimmy Sturr, weren't you?
We were with Jimmy Sturr in May. Just a year ago in May.
Yeah. Now,
We missed your trip.
that was your first trip.
That was the first trip, yes.
It's amazing because you have written so many songs about Poland, beautiful songs, too.
I had to go there. You know, when we, all the way over on the flight over, we with my harmonica and Jim with his clarinet for 5 hours. We just entertained those people.
And when you finally got to Poland, you were so exhausted you couldn't do anything.
Oh, we slept a couple of hours.
Well,
we did more playing.
There's a time lag, too, because in order to find out what time it is now in Poland, what you have to do is to add 6 hours.
Right.
Which consequently you lose when you return going back to the United States. But there are so many beautiful cities in Poland.
Beautiful. We went through all of them.
Warsaw, of course, is practically brand new since it was almost totally destroyed during World War II. But the golden city of Poland has to be Kraków.
Kraków is right.
Now, we have just returned from Kraków, and we were on a tour of the Wawel Castle, which is the coronation castle of the ancient Polish kings, situated beautifully on a hill overlooking the Wisła, the Vistula River. And in the crypt, in the caverns underneath the cathedrals, which are located in Wawel Castle, lie the crypts and the sarcophagi containing the remains of the ancient Polish kings, the Polish heroes, and also members of their family, too.
That's right.
It's a beautiful spot.
It's a good place to be.
And also,
to visit.
in Wawel Castle, they have a huge steeple. Did you climb that to the top?
No, I didn't. No, I didn't. We went way down to the salt mines, 520 steps down.
Well, that was Weliczka, but we're talking about Kraków. Well, I went up to the top, and there's a magnificent panoramic view of Kraków. And there are 3 bells which we passed all the way up, going into the Wawel Castle Tower. And those bells have something to do with this song, this waltz.
That's right. this waltz that I have now. It's called Nava Bello. As long as you hear those bells in that steeple chiming, Poland will always exist.
Beautiful.
So listen to the lyrics.
Walt Solek.
Długo na Wawelu Zygmunta bije dzwon. Jak długo w sercu naszym słyszymy jego ton. Zwycięży nasza Wisła, zwycięży polski lud, zwycięży biały orzeł, zwycięży polski gród. Nie pij zimnej wody, to będziesz żył 100 lat. Tylko pij stare wino, co ma 16 lat. Zakochaj się w dziewczynie, zwycięży polski lud. Używaj pókiś młody, używaj póki dział.
Ah, that is a beautiful number. So long as the bells are ringing in Wawel Castle, Poland will exist. You know, band leaders always had theme songs. Benny Goodman had one, the Tommy Dorsey Orchestra had one, all the big bands had one, including the polka bands too. Just as soon as they struck up the theme song, you knew immediately, without looking at the orchestra, who that orchestra was on the bandstand playing that music. Well, back in the early days of Walt Solek's career, he wrote this number. He was from Southington, Connecticut. He's moved to Meriden right now. And whenever he got up on the bandstand, he played this one. Needless to say, it's a tribute to the town that he was living in at the time. It features Eddie McCadlow, right, on clarinet?
Right.
And it's called the Southington Polka. the theme song of Walt
When I
Solek.
was ready to move out of Southington, they did everything for me. They wanted to build me a house and they wanted to give me a bank account. I said, no, I'm going back to my hometown in Meriden. But this was our theme song when I first had a Polish show. That was 38 years ago from the Meriden. Here it is, the Southington Polka. 1, 2.
Introduces an orchestra and it also closes an orchestra's dance set. And that's exactly what Walt Solek is doing now with the Southington Polka. We come to the close of Polka for today, but we hope you'll join us again soon. But once again, we return with a top polka band from this area. Until then, I'm Frank Knight for Walt Solek, the Clown Prince of Polkas. From all of us here to all of you there, so long, goodbye,
Hey!
from Polka.
Thank you.